In 1945, a train carrying millions in government gold disappeared without a trace. No wreckage was ever found. No survivors were ever identified, and no one could explain where it went. Nearly 80 years later, treasure hunters, historians, and investigators are still searching for answers. Some believe the missing gold remains hidden somewhere in America today. The mystery began during the final months of World War II, when valuable government assets were secretly transported across the country under heavy military protection. Among those shipments was a train loaded with gold bars worth millions of dollars. Its route was classified and known only to a few officials. Armed soldiers guarded every wagon. Security was tighter than ever before, and nobody expected the mission to become one of America's strangest mysteries. Shortly before midnight, the train departed under military supervision. Everything appeared routine as it disappeared into the darkness beyond the station. Crew members checked schedules and equipment one final time. Nothing seemed unusual, and nobody reported any problems during departure. For several hours, the journey continued exactly as planned. The train moved steadily across remote sections of track. Then something unexpected happened. The train failed to arrive at its next scheduled checkpoint on time. Officials initially assumed a delay had occurred. Wartime transportation problems were common, and no one immediately suspected disaster. As the hours passed, concern began spreading through military offices. Repeated attempts to contact the train received no response. Operators continued sending messages throughout the night. Every transmission disappeared into silence, without any reply from the crew. By sunrise, military commanders realized something was seriously wrong. A train carrying millions in gold had vanished. Emergency meetings were held behind closed doors. Officials struggled to understand how such a heavily guarded shipment could disappear. Search teams were quickly deployed across the region. Soldiers began examining railway lines, tunnels, bridges, and nearby forests. Investigators expected to find signs of an accident. Instead, every mile of track appeared completely normal. There were no damaged rails, no broken equipment, and no evidence suggesting the train had derailed anywhere. Days passed without progress. The mystery deepened as every search effort failed to uncover even the smallest clue. Newspapers were kept in the dark. The government feared public panic if details of the missing gold became known. Behind the scenes, hundreds of people worked around the clock. Yet the missing train seemed to have vanished from history itself. Then a railway worker came forward with an unusual story. He claimed he had seen the train hours after its last report. According to his statement, the train was heading toward an abandoned section of track rarely used by anyone. Investigators immediately traveled to the location, hoping the witness had finally provided the breakthrough they needed. The abandoned railway passed through remote mountain terrain, where visibility was poor and access was difficult. Search crews carefully examined every section of the area. Once again, they found absolutely nothing. No wheel marks appeared near the tracks. No signs suggested a train had passed through recently. The witness insisted his memory was accurate. He repeatedly described the same strange sight without changing details. Some investigators believed he was mistaken. Others quietly wondered if he had revealed part of the truth. As months turned into years, new rumors began spreading across the country about the missing shipment. One story claimed the train had been hijacked by criminals who somehow bypassed military security. Another theory suggested foreign agents had intercepted the shipment during the chaos of wartime operations. Despite countless investigations, no evidence supported either explanation. The mystery remained completely unsolved. Treasure hunters soon became fascinated by the case. Many believed the missing gold could still be recovered. Expeditions searched mountains, forests, caves, and abandoned tunnels hoping to discover hidden clues. Some searchers claimed they found old railway equipment buried beneath vegetation deep in remote areas. When experts examined the discoveries, most turned out to be unrelated to the missing train. Even so, public fascination continued growing. The story became one of America's most famous lost treasure legends. Decades later, Retired military personnel began sharing memories connected to the investigation and its unusual secrecy. Several former officials hinted that important documents had disappeared shortly after the train vanished. Those missing records fueled even more speculation about what truly happened during that mysterious journey. Some researchers discovered references to sealed government files that remained unavailable to the public for decades. The existence of those files convinced many people that authorities knew far more than they admitted. Yet every attempt to uncover definitive proof ended with the same frustrating result. More questions than answers. The deeper investigators looked into the case, the stranger the story appeared to become. Witness accounts conflicted with official records. Timelines failed to match. Critical details remained unexplained. What should have been a straightforward transportation mission had transformed into a historical mystery. Somewhere between departure and destination, an entire train carrying gold simply disappeared from the record. Was it an accident, a robbery, a cover-up, or something nobody had yet imagined? Nearly 80 years later, no one has recovered the missing gold. No one has located the train. But one forgotten document may finally reveal the truth. And what investigators discovered next would change everything.
Once a symbol of progress, these rusted rails now guard a forgotten history deep within the fog.